Okay, well, good morning again. I'm Tom Sharp again. I came up with the BoxKat rodent barrier, the little barrier that you can put around your car, keeps the mice out. Look for us, miceout.com. You can see this video and others. I thought I'd just show real quick how easy it is to put together. There's 4 basic pieces to a 5-foot section of wall, and then it just repeats. This is like a wine carton where you just slide the pieces together. Yeah, always looks easy. And it is pretty easy. You just gotta manipulate them a little bit till they slide on. Want to make them flat like that. And then this piece would attach on the end like this one has. Put this aside. The trickiest part of assembly is getting to the point where you're ready to start attaching them. I like to go ahead and put all the screws and nuts and washers together right from the beginning before I get too far along, because it takes a little bit of time and you got to pay attention. My favorite way is just to get the little screw started. The part of the outside of the flexible piece here is where this cup comes out. It's for putting Velcro in if you decide to use Velcro to open and close the end of your BoxKat to drive in and out. You can use Velcro. I recommend using the nuts and bolts or a wing nut maybe, but Velcro will work if you keep an eye on it. Velcro works loose. But so I take a screw and I get it started in the hole and I just push it through. You can sometimes push them through fairly easily, like this one seems to be going. Push it all the way through. The plastic's its own washer. You can also use a hand screwdriver, Phillips head. Get the screw on there. Keep it going this way. Get it lined up and just get it started. And as you can see, in fairly short order, you can put the screw down finger tight, which is all you want. You don't want to cramp down on these because it'll bend the edge of this, and you want this to have a nice flush connection there. The other way is a little quicker, but you got to have a power drill, or a cordless drill is even handier. Same game. Just line it up with the hole. Oop, got to go the right direction, and boom. So I put all 4 of those on. I'd go ahead and put the washers and nuts on here just so they're where you're going to need them soon. Or you can just put them in your pocket and carry them with you, or a little magnetic tray like this full of washers and nuts, and be ready to assemble as you assemble sets of these. First thing you want to do is do this, and then assemble this onto your white wall using the holes like you see here. They all line up. The white pieces are the inside of the wall. The black pieces are on the outside of the wall and overlap. So then after I put little braces on here, put those screws in, nuts and washers here, I'd go ahead and start assembling 5-foot sections, or maybe a 10-foot section if you want and you have room. But if you take the 5-foot sections, as you'll see in a little time-lapse video, you just set them up around the space you're going to go and walk around and attach one wall to the next. What you want to make sure is that you start on the same end of each piece, so that the next one's a white section, not a black one. If you put it on the other end of one of the other pieces, you're going to have 2 black sections. That's not going to work. You're going to have to change that. So decide which end you're going to work on, but best is to go to the outside looking at the wall, put it on the right or the left if you prefer, and do that every time on all of the sections you're going to need, and then link them all together and then screw them all together, and you're set up. The thing you'll have to do, which I hope you've done before you even bought, is you've looked at the video and you found yourself a straight edge. This is a dandy one because it's an angle iron, and you can even check this to make sure it's straight, but usually angle iron is pretty obviously straight. And what you do is you use that to check whether your floor where you're setting up is really level by holding one end down and sliding it over the area. Sometimes it just if you step on one end, the other end will tap, and you'll know, well, there's a gap there. If you get more gap than a 1/4 inch or so, then you're going to want to make sure you maximize the use of black panels to compensate in that area. As you can see up front here, well, maybe you can't see it. There's one of the other videos you'll see, there's a Seahawks logos on a 10-foot section. And in the middle, it's almost touching the bottom of the table. And on either end, it's about 2 inches down. And that just shows you over 10 feet how much this flexibility can accommodate. If it's like this in 10 feet, well, you're probably going to have to get some concrete patch or whatever material you'll have and smooth it out a little bit so it's more just a gradual hump as opposed to a washboard effect. So that's it. It's that simple. Take care. Hope that helps.